So, for example, we look at patents. So we hook up to the European Patent Office, and then we evaluate all the patents that have been given over a day, and then we do that every day. And then it's like, have these patents been evaluated, or has these patents been given by a company? If they've been given by a company, they can't really become a new company because they're owned by that company. Are they by a university institution? Are they by a person? Then they start to potentially be interesting. So then we slim that down, and then we look at the patent. Is this patent potentially relevant? And then we kind of like put that through a funnel, and it's like, okay, now these guys have created a patent. This patent appears to potentially could like lead to a venture backable company. Then start looking at it. So that is much more what we mean when we say unconventional data sources. We also look at GitHub, for example, people talking about building stuff on GitHub. Those people we also look at. And then the biggest, I don't know if you want to call it unconventional, but the biggest kind of like quote unquote unconventional data source is the TradeRex, which is basically like a gold mine because everyone who has a company basically has to register it somewhere. Otherwise, it's not, you can't receive funding, you can't receive revenue, etc. So all companies that exist, more or less, at least in Europe, needs a registration. And that is an extremely valuable piece of information because then you can go in and say like, is this company relevant? Who is it registered by? Is this potentially VC backable, right? And that makes it very easy, like once you've gone through all the hurdles, to essentially provide VC funds with very actionable, completely newly registered companies, because that's typically one of the first things you do when you want to start a business.